Hello and welcome to another episode of Tom's Tube Chan. Today we're going to try and build a basher for under £300. What I've got is a combination of bits and pieces, all from Banggood. And we've got our ESC, we have our motor, we have our controller, and we have of course our chassis. The idea is we're going to build a 1.8 basher, 6S, and see where we go. So let's get on with it. Okay, so let's have a look at the kit that we've got. We've got the Dumbo RC controller. This is the 6-channel version, which comes with the receiver. This also has a gyro in it, which stops the car spinning off, so we'll have to see how that pans out. We've got a 25 kilo cheap servo. Raystar 4076 1700 kV. And a Surpass Hobby 150 amp ESC. Now what I've done with this is I've soldered on a XT90 connector. Now because I'm a really bad solderer, what I've done is actually buy the XT90 connector with these cables connected and just connected them on here, like so, or soldered them on, because I just cannot get on with soldering directly onto the XT90 connectors. And then we have the chassis. ZD Racing Pirates Free chassis. It comes with pretty much together. The only things you have to put on are the wing, and the wheels are obviously disconnected. The wheels are removed. Now what I've already done is I've actually fitted the servo already, and I've fitted the servo housing. So all we've got to do is mount the motor and the ESC and go from there. So this is the motor. I've just mounted two hex bolts in there at the moment just to offer up, and that just slides in like so. Now the good thing about this is with the pinion that comes with it, if you can see there, it's quite hard in this light actually to show you, it offers a very good mesh straight out of the box. So there's not a lot of adjustment needed there, and I don't think you actually get any adjustment with this mount anyway. Okay, so with the motor mounted, you can actually adjust the amount of play or the mesh by spinning the motor around like this until you get your actual mesh that's required. So it looks pretty good, and then you just tighten up this screw here, and then you put another screw in through the top, and that holds it all in place. So I thought I'd better check on the manual to see if that mesh was correct, because it's a bit strange to what I'm used to, and the manual actually shows a slightly different mount to this one, so I can only guess that that's how it goes in. I wanted to show you what I mean by the different motor mounts. As you can see, it's very different. It's very sort of standard in the manual. It's not the same as this. Okay, so with the motor mounted, like so, we're going to mount the ESC here and the receiver to go in here. In the box, they give you two bits of 3M tape, so that's quite handy, one for the ESC, like so, and then I guess we can use some to mount the receiver in there. I've already gone ahead and mounted the servo, which mounts on a very plasticky servo mount. You get all of the screws in the box for this thing, so it's quite handy. If you want to, it's up to you whether or not you choose to change them. Okay, so this is how far I've got of it so far. Mounting the ESC here. I've run the cables up over the top here and through into the receiver box housing. It's worth noting that this receiver box is not waterproof. So if you're wanting to waterproof your receiver, you need to wrap it in a balloon or plastic dip it. So I've got everything in place. I haven't connected the servo to the steering yet. I just want to center that first. But I just want to see how well see if it works basically. So turn on the transmitter first, then the car. Wait for it to sync up. So far looks pretty good, it's all working. Next I'll just connect up the steering, make sure it's centered first obviously. Okay, so we've got things mounted. The battery, this is a 6S battery. Now I'm noticing a bit of an issue. The battery holder isn't great. So we're going to have to see how that pans out. It's quite solid. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. But I'm not that confident about it. Now the problem I've got as well is these cables are too long, but due to my really bad soldering, I'm not going to change that at the moment. This is a 6S battery. Now the good thing is, it does provide you with some handy little cable tidies here. I've put the transmitter in its box. It's a bit feeble, but we'll see how it goes. I had to adjust the end points on the servo because this arm was bending, so I'll probably have to get a metal one at some point. But I think we need to put the wheels on and do a bench test. Okay, so we've got the wheels on. Now these wheels are apparently a bit of a weak part on these cars, so we'll just have to see how they go. Okay, so that's not a good start. The wheels are actually rubbing. The tyres are rubbing on the actual rear there. Interesting. Okay, so the wheels now move freely. You just needed to adjust the A-arms at the top just to bring the wheels out a little bit. A little bit disappointing, but that's the way it is. So let's get on with the bench test. Steering's all good. This is 6S test. I think that's pretty good. The tyres balloon like crazy and you can hear them actually deflating as they come down, so that's quite interesting. We'll see how that performs out of the box. thanks for watching, everyone. So far, so good. The car looks really good. Really beefy, chunky wheels. I think the wheels are going to be the weak point, but we'll wait and see. In the next video, I'll be featuring this car. Just doing a general bash of it and see how well it performs. I'll try and get some speed runs done as well. See how well it performs on 4S and 6S. We'll just have to wait and see. Again, this car has cost under £300 to put together, and considering your armours, that sort of similar scale, cost around the region of possibly about £500 without batteries. It's a pretty good deal. You get what you pay for. So far, this Dumbo RC remote has really impressed me. Apart from the ridiculous name, it's a really good quality. Considering I paid £20 for this on Banggood and got it in a week, that's really good. The other thing you've got to consider as well is batteries and chargers if this is your first time getting into the hobby. If you haven't already, guys, please give me a subscribe, give me a like, share this video all over the place. Check out my website and check out my social media links, all in the description below. If you're interested in any of the products on here, check out my description, check out my website, they're all there. I'll see you next time.